Hi, finally. Sorry, guys. Just had a bit of a technical issue, I think one will call it. So welcome to my first live video. Hopefully this is on the Artistic Stamper. If it's not, it's on my own page. And we're going to do a page today just like this. So let me just go into my computer so that I can see if anybody is there. It's hard not doing it without anybody. Oh, I can see a few people watching, so that's cool. I'm well pleased. Oh, I tell you, doing it on your own is really hard, and it's not like I've got a bunch of people here, so it's kind of totally different, utterly different. I'm going to show you how to make this page. We're going to use a few bits and pieces. Those of you who don't know me, and I'm reading my phone at the top, it's very, very bizarre. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Jenny. I run the Artistic Stamper craft shop and manufacture Artistic Stamper stamps. I've been around in this business for nigh on 30 years. I think it's this year. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Karen. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Kerry. Hi, I'm missing someone because they're right in the middle of my phone. So that's what I do. I thought today I would show you something. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Jane. I thought I would show you something that got taught to me or I learned. I don't know. I have no idea where it came from many years ago. I have used it in a couple of classes and it's a great stress buster. I know it's not a good time right now. I think we all do. I mean, there's no getting away from it. We are I hope you can hear me as well. Just tell me you can hear me. Hi, Liz. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Debbie. Can you hear me? I just need to know you can hear me. Yes, I expect you can. It's like being in a bad movie. I'm kind of wondering when we'll all wake up. So I think everyone's been affected by it, whether you're staying at home or whether you know someone who's ill or who's had it. And for me, it's very stressful. We're getting a lot of orders, which is really nice. I'm working harder than I have been for quite a while. I've got my daughter's on her own. My sisters are on their own. My mum is on her own, albeit with a carer. But it's a hard one. It's a really hard one. So what I thought I'd do was show you how to do this page, but there's a little hidden extra in it. And this is a book from Hannah that I put into the kit last week. And it's a really nice little one. We don't have any more right now, but we do have other ones in the shop. So either phone me or look online. There's all sorts of things. So one of the things to do, apart from making all these the beautiful front on it, is, how do I explain this? All right. So if you write down your thoughts, I don't know if any of you keep a diary or similar things. Sometimes just writing down how you feel about stuff is one way of getting rid of all that anxiety and stress that you might be under. And certainly at this point in time, thank you, Karen. Painted by husband. And so what I decided to do was I'd do this and then we'll decorate the page. Now, I will put this video, I will keep it up on the Facebook page, providing I save it, and I will put it out onto our YouTube page. And I noticed today that we hadn't done, hi, Catherine. I noticed that I hadn't done any videos for about a year. I do have another one actually that I need to edit. So I'm yakking on. So let me get on with it, all right? So I'm going to just write on here how I feel. I'm trying to watch the screen and everything else at the same time. So what you need to do, well, you can do what you like, really. I wrote a list of things, how I felt. But obviously, if you're doing it, you just want to write how you feel. I mean, you know, swear a lot, do a lot of things. And if I swear in this, it's just because that's what I do in my classes and everybody knows that. So, write how you feel. So I'm sad and I'm upset and I miss my family. You can write as much as or as little as you like. I miss my daughter. I miss my mum. I miss my sisters. I miss my mum. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. So you can write whatever you like. Some of you might miss shopping. I definitely miss shopping. It's one of those things I miss. And I know you can do it online, but it's not the same as going anywhere else. So I'm pissed off. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I don't think that anybody ever considered that we would ever be in this position. And it makes me very sad. So I'm sad too. So you can fill your page with however you feel. And the one thing about this is that it's for you. It's not for anyone else. Diaries can be read long time after you've gone. But this will never be read. So write in it. Write how you feel. No one's going to see it except you. And then the thing that I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do the page. And you will find that what you've written just lets a little bit of that anger and frustration and everything else that you're feeling at this point in time. So I'm going to use Paper Artsy paints. These are the new greens. I rather like them. And I'm just going to take a little bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Just a little bit on my non-stick sheet of each colour. There's a little bit of drying time in this, and I've tried to make it so that it's not the longest. Is this showing up wrong way round? What am I seeing? I can see, can I turn the phone sideways? Hold on 2 seconds while I just have a quick look what I've done. Oh, okay, it's sideways. I'm with you. Okay, let me turn it round. Let's see what happens. Okay, sorry guys. This is me I thought I'd got it right. Oops, too much paint. Is that better? You've got your laptop sideways. Oh, poo. This is supposed... Is that better? Okay, I've obviously got to sort this out. That's one of those things. Okay, cheers. Sorry, less book. I can't... Well, yes, okay. It's one of those odd things. Let me see. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? I'm getting it slow on my computer, so it's oh well. I will figure this out. I thought I had it sussed, and obviously not. So the one thing about Paper Artsy paints is that they are opaque, semi-opaque, and translucent. And I would suggest for this one that you choose a opaque paint. So you just want to paint over. Don't worry about it being perfect, because we're going to cover it up with something else. I've managed to paint the entire place, so okay. Just get rid of that writing. You've written it. Your mind is free. Ha ha. Yes. Mine's not free because I'm only looking now at the picture and I'm thinking, oops, done that wrong. It's a learning curve. I have done the odd thing, and I tested this and I still got it wrong. So, hey. So, you're going to... Oops, I've gone into the other page. Oh, well. Okay, so cover up your writing. You'll cover it up with even more. So, and the only person who can read that and knows what's underneath is you. So it's gone. It's gone. It's a bit of a free moment when that happens. Okay, so let me wipe up my paint, which is a lot of it. It kind of fell out the bottle. So once that's on, you want to dry it. I'm just going to dry it very quickly. I know you can still see some of it at the top. I'm going to just dry it off. I did a bit of a Blue Peter moment, but then I decided that really wasn't going to work. Move up, like that. I'm so sorry, guys. I really am sorry. I've even had to turn the phones off and my phone off and everything else. It's not the easiest thing in the world doing a live video, but hey, I'm sure I'll get it right eventually. I'm going to do one a week, so the next time I do it, I'm going to do it. I will make sure that I get it right. I'm not quite sure what I've done here, but hi, Leslie. Okay, so having done that, you're going to then add. I need to quickly look to see. I've got my notes. So add some stamps and some stencils to it. So I've got a couple of stamps here that I use. They're my go-to stamps. This one is my go-to stamp. It's a sequin waist from the Artistic Stamper. And the other one is one of my calligraphy mats. And I don't use them all. I don't put them on blocks. You can see how mucky they are. They've been used in classes. And one of the things I like with them is to use an archival ink pad and just, I'm going to have to, because it's not a widescreen, I'm now having to do it in front of the page. And just add a little bit. Doesn't matter if it doesn't stamp properly. Who cares? You know, it's just a journal page, and it's stamp off the page as well. That's always a good one. And then take the this one, and what I'm going to do with this one, rather than use black ink on it, I'm going to use white paint. I'm using Snowflake from Paper Artsy. Oh, the time! You're welcome. You're welcome, Sarah. I know how hard it is. I just know how hard it is. And what I will be doing next time is my go-to. I'm standing here talking to 3 walls and nobody's here, and it's quite sad. But, you know, I know we'll come back and we'll all do what we used to do, but in a different vein, that's for sure. Hi, Jules. Thanks. I'm glad you like the nails, Liz. So having put some paint, I don't know if you saw that, but I put some paint. You have to work quite fast with this. It will dry really quickly on your stamps, and just put it on your page. You will probably have to add a bit more. So I'm just tapping it. It's hard for me to show you because I don't want to move the camera, but I'm just tapping it on a bit of sponge, very little. You don't want masses, and then just putting it down on the page. And that then make sure that you clean your stamp off. This is why I needed a wide screen, but hey, next time I'll work it out. I need someone else here. Hi, Christina. Okay, so having done that, you've now got your background page. What can I say? All the stamps that we have are available in the shop. Even if we haven't got them made, I can make them. That's an easy thing for me to do. So, hi, Lisa. So nice to see everybody watching. It's wonderful. I'm really pleased. Okay. So I'm getting a little bit of time delay as well, but I think that's normal. Okay, so put that aside and let it dry. It will dry fairly quickly. You can add more stamps to it. Actually, I have got more stamps I'm going to add to it. So I found them earlier and thought, oh, that'll be good. Okay, so I'm using some of our circles and swirls. They come off, what stamp? I can't remember. I'll have to look them up. And I'm just going to put a couple down. Oh, I like that. Just give it a little bit of interest. Go, oops, off the edge of the page. And you can add as much or as little as you like. It's up to you entirely. So let's use that one. Hi, Christina. You'll be able to see it later. I had to turn the page around. I had to turn the camera around. So, unfortunately, the first half or the first bit of it is sideways on. Hi, Bethan. How are you? The colours are Paper Artsy paints. Their newest ones. They're these. Celery, Spring and Gumboots. Just love that colour, that name. It's fantastic. It really tells it how it is. Okay, so once you've done that, if you want to put it aside or dry it, whatever, I'm going to put it to one side. And I'm going to show you how to make the flowers. That's these. Originally, I made them on a canvas, which is, let me just move the camera a little bit. This is where the camera falls off the stand. Okay, so this was a picture that we made. Are you seeing this the right way? Oh, yes, you are. Oh, that's good. This was I think it was a free class, but I just loved the idea of it, and I just thought it would be really nice in on top of that page. So I'm going to show you how to make the flowers, and you should love the stamps, Debs. They're yours. Hello. So I'm going to show you how to make the flowers. So what you're going to need is a piece of card. This is 300 gram GSM card. It's quite smooth. I quite like using it. It's a little hard to cut, but that's fine. I am going to do this once a week. I will try and get the right way round on the camera next week. It's very hard taking a picture of the setup when your camera's attached to a rig. So, is that PA Bumblebee? No, it's mine. It's mine. It's one of ours. I think it's one of ours. Yes, I'm sure it is. Yes, I'm sure it is. It's a big bumblebee I have, but to be honest, I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. It's the Artistic Stamper. So the second part of the project, a third part actually, so you've got your writing or your stress-busting writing. Hopefully you'll do that. And then you've got your painting of the page. And then you've got making of the flowers. Now, this is a masterboard. I teach it quite often. You can do it in all sorts of different ways. It was taught to me by Georgina, who used to come and teach here. She I don't know if she came up with the idea, but she certainly inspired me to do it a lot. And it's something that we do often. I'll do it on cards, we'll do it in altar books, we'll do it in all sorts of things. So you want to get a piece of card. It can be as big as your flowers or it can be an A4 piece. I often do A4 pieces. You can add all sorts of things to it. But this time I'm going to add distress oxides. So I've got 4 distress oxides. These are 4 different colours. One of them I'm going to set aside and I'm just going to use these 3 colours. I'm so cross I can't get it all in the screen. But hey-ho, learning curve. And then I'm going to use these. These are our ultimate brushes. They're very soft, they're washable, and they give a nice texture feature to the distress oxides. So they come like this. They're not cheap, but you get 5 brushes, and we've got them in stock. So I'm going to take, this is just a piece big enough to do the flowers. I wanted to not make this too long because there's nothing worse than watching someone womble on and dry things and do all sorts of bits and pieces. So take all of the colours and add the brushes so you're going to just press the brush into the Distress Oxide and just put some colour across the card. Those of you who come to my classes, you will have seen this technique and you will know this technique. But those of you who haven't, it's a lovely technique. It's just something nice and new to learn. Sorry, my hand is right across the camera. I guess it's a learning curve, isn't it, really? Thanks, Christina. I had it sorted. Don't even ask. I've done so many techniques, testing films, and then when it came to setting it up, because I'd had to use my phone today, I messed it up. But it is what it is. So I've got it right. Who knows? I'll sort it. So third colour, which is Abandoned Coral. And it doesn't matter if you've got it in kind of like, if you look, you'll see that I've got it in a kind of circle. But it doesn't matter. I'm not worried. So you've got that. Where are we? Okay. Hello, Kate. Nice to see you, lovely. Thank you for coming and watching. So you've got your card here with your Distress Oxides on. Now, you need to dry them. This is probably the most boring bit of anyone's videos. You sit and watch it and then you think, hello, Ruth. Oh, Chetna, that's nice. It is a great technique. So there's nothing worse than watching someone paint. It's like watching paint dry, really. So I'm going to try and dry it really quickly. You'll see if it doesn't dry quickly, the next part of this page is kind of goes wrong. I've done it a couple of times, and when I don't dry it properly, it doesn't work. So I'm afraid, unfortunately, you'll have to do it. I am giving away on this while I'm drying this. I'm giving away last week's Stay Home and Keep Crafting kit. After we sold out, I found another one. And my daughter, who is helping me do my social media, bless her cotton socks, I love her for it because she's a lot better at it than I am. She suggested I give it away. So anybody who's commented, comment away, girls. You between now and probably Monday or Tuesday, because I know a lot of people will watch it in catch up, I will send you the kit. You can be overseas. I'm not worried about that particularly. It just means that your post may be a bit slow. So once that's dry, and we have another kit coming, I will show you that in a little while. In fact, you'll be able to get it now. I've put it online. So I will put all the information after this is finished in the comments, so you'll be able to see it. And I will answer any questions that anybody's asked me. So, it's a chance to get something, to give you something back for buying from me, because without my customers, we won't survive. And if you can buy once, if you can buy twice, that's fantastic. Does it have to be oxides or the normal distressing? It either will work, either. Is it a competition? No, Liz. It's just a comment. I don't mind. There's no competition. No, I'm just going to give one away to a random commentator. Commentator? Yes, that's the right word. Hi, waving back at you, Sarah. I am going to turn this round afterwards. Hopefully it'll be the right way round and talk to you. But let me just finish this. Okay, so You've dried this off. Hopefully this is dry enough. And then you are going to stamp and emboss in white. So you can use any stamp you like. I am going back to my favourite stamp, because that's what I've actually got here. And I'm going to emboss it in white powder from Wow Powders, one of the best companies there is out there. And I'm just going to randomly... Now, because this stamp has some ink on it, you'll be able to see where I'm inking. So I'm just going to stamp a little bit. I'm trying to think what my original looks like, but I can't remember. No, I only did embossing once on it. But you can, if you've got an A4 sheet, you can emboss 2 or 3 times with different stamps. It's not important. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Claudia. I messed up the orientation on this, so you're getting a narrow picture. But hey, it is what it is. I even practiced and still got it wrong. Okay, so white embossing powder by Wow Powders. And a piece of paper, and you're going to want to emboss. I've done this the wrong way round actually, but it doesn't matter. You would stamp as well before, but I'll do it afterwards. It's not going to matter. Got all excited. Okay, so this has told me, this has shown me exactly what happened last time. Let me just get rid of the powder. I don't know if you can see this, but here and here and here and here, the powder isn't dry. So the distress oxides aren't dry. So in order to get rid of it, if you heat it, you're going to get big white patches. You might want that, but you might not, and I definitely don't. So I'm just going to take a little brush and take off as much as I can. Definitely through that. Can I start again, please? This is so scary. It's one of the scariest things I've done. And my friend Liz, who's probably watching somewhere, I haven't seen her. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Susan. She's probably watching, and if she's not, she'll watch it on catch up. I know that. She says to me, "Don't be scared." I'm like, "Yeah." Okay. All right, so I've got rid of most of the spare white, and I'm just going to emboss. So heat emboss it. You'll watch it pop off. I need to look to see. I'm looking at the camera from above, and I'm also trying to do it at the same time underneath. I'll get this right eventually. I'm not scared of telling you that I'm actually not worried. Is this what it is? It is what it is. Okay, so just lift it off the table. I'm very lucky. My table in the shop, and we are here. I'm here 6 days a week now, having added 2 more days in. I am self-isolating up here. Those of you who know me and know the shop will know that it's in the middle of fields. It's a long way from everywhere, and nobody comes except the couriers. And we're still getting couriers. I'm so lucky. There are still companies out there, crafty companies, still delivering, still making, and still supporting the shops that are still doing online, and I cannot thank them enough. It is hopefully what will get us through, and obviously all of my customers who are buying as well. That's really nice. Okay, so having done that one, you actually should have done this bit of the technique before, but I am going to do it afterwards. It won't matter too much. You can add other stamps, other stamps to it. And in fact, I'm not going to, so because I can't find them. So let me just see if I can find a stamp. This will be okay. All right, so you can add other stamps to it. This is my small dots, and I'm just going to add a little bit of, I'm going to add some green distress ink. So just going to add a bit of distress ink to it on the stamp. Just rub it on the stamp, just so you've got a little bit, and just add it as added bits. Okay, just random, doesn't matter. Do whatever you feel like. It should be dried, really, but I'm not going to dry it. I'm just going to carry on. Then the next bit is to take some stencils. This is one that I decided I would use, and this is our mini ones. Now, again, they were in the... Hi, Liz. Yeah, it's ran the wrong way, but hey-ho. I'll talk to you later about it. This one's got 4 on. These were sold singly, and I've got a few left, but I'm not sure if they're online, but I've now put them into one. So you can take whatever you like. So I'm going to take the round ones, and I'm going to take a bit of Distress Oxide on the green. I'm going to take green Distress Oxide, and I'm just going to add... some just random, it doesn't matter what you do or where you do it. When you cut your flowers or your birds or whatever you decide to use out, it will not show as being random, unless of course you are quite the powder's not quite dry, but it doesn't matter. Just don't worry about it. Try to let your mind go. If you've written underneath your page, you will have got rid of some of that anxiety, or it was silly to call it stress, because it's actually anxiety. I don't think people are stressed in. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. I think it's just, it's one of those things. Lord help us, but hey-ho. Anyway, so then I'm going to take... this particular one, again, this is an artistic stamper stencil. I'm going to take the peacock feathers, which is, I'm a bit of a blue girl. I worked out I can do it up there now. So I love anything blue. Blue. Most of the stuff is blue. Occasionally I use green, and then I'm just going to add that. Just have a quick peek. Oh, it's gone green. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Just going to add it a bit randomly. Okay, so you've got something that looks a bit like that. I don't know why this has gone green, but anyway, doesn't matter. Now, don't heat this. If you heat it, all the embossing powder will melt back into the paint. So just take yourself a cloth. We just use car detailing cloths or nappies or whatever you like to call them, and just rub over where the embossing is, and it should pop out. So you get this nice sort of bright, you can see that. Yep. I've got a big patch in the middle, which I'm not totally happy about, but having sort of done it, and I'm actually doing it, I'm watching, thank you, I'm watching it through, what I'm doing is I'm watching it through the top of the camera, so I'm looking at what I'm doing, which is even harder, so I'm kind of got a bit of an odd view of it. Okay, once you've done this, and it can be A4, it can be big, then you've got some left. You can do each quarter in different colours. You can do whatever you like. But the idea is that it's a masterboard that when you put something on it, like the stamps I'm going to use, it comes out looking completely different. So the stamps I'm going to use are from Debs. She designed them, so we've got this one, which is the biggest one, and there are lots of quotes. Then you've got a set of 5 with no quotes, and then, I don't know if you can see this, let me move the camera's flipped a little bit. That's better. Then there's a big one. So I am going to use some from this and this one, and I'm just going to stamp them on to yes. So I'm going to use these 3. Okay, and I'm just going to use archival to stamp them onto the masterboard. Lots of our stamps are used in classes, and if you turn them over, you'll see that some are inky. If they don't stick on your block, you can use a baby wipe, but if this tips off like that, it's not going to, but I thought it might. So just ink it up. If it does slip off, just test it before you do it. You can just ink it up and then you can place it down where you want it. When you're placing the stamp, it's hard. I've watched people do it. They will place it where they want. Oh, that looks perfect there. And then they'll try and get it in. It doesn't work. So, hi, Lynn. Yes, Liz, it's only the right way up because somebody asked me to turn the camera. Don't ask. Oh, well. So you've now got your stamp on there, all right? And then you've got, I'm going to stamp the rest of them because I will make this page, but I've kind of done a Blue Peter jobby. For those of you who don't know what Blue Peter is, it's a kids show where they used lots of things to make lots of stuff, and it always prepared something. So I've prepared something. Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking it, Jules. I'm full of, oh, there it fell off, you see. So I'm just going to put it down and stamp. Okay. All right. So not the best stamping in the world. I double stamped that, but you can get away when you cut it. Don't worry about it. You know, it's your page. It's got writing on it that you are not. Yes, here's one I prepared earlier. It's got writing on it that's your writing. Okay. Use it. Use that idea. I can't tell you where I got it from. I haven't got a clue. I wish I knew. I didn't look it up, but I suspect that someone did originate it. And I've always found it useful to people who are suffering anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So it's one of those odd things. Okay, so going back to this. This is the original page. Oh, lots of paint everywhere. And this is the page that I did, which isn't too far off the other one. And tucked over here are some stamps that I stamped up earlier because cutting them out will be the most boring thing that you've ever watched. I mean, there's nothing worse. I thought watching paint dry was bad, but watching somebody cut something out is even worse, especially on a live video. So those are my flowers that I've done earlier, and I'm kind of just going to put them there for the minute, but I will probably glue them down in a second. Finally, it's a case of which words to use. I used seize the moment. I think that's what I used. Seize the moment, yes. I didn't really know if that was the best thing to do, what to use. So I come up with a few other stamps that we have, and I've got one that says collage and one that says thoughts. So I think I'm going to use the thoughts one because that's what it was. That's how it is. That's what I wrote down there were my thoughts, albeit a little scrabbly, but and if I sat and thought about it, the whole page would have been would have taken me an hour to write the page. So because lots of things going on, but hey ho. So I'm going to ink up thoughts. I can see it's not quite square, but I'm not going to worry about it. Just ink it up. Whoops. Ink it up. I'm actually going to take it off the block and I'm going to put it sideways. I've got a little bit of space there. I'm hoping it's square on. If you don't want to stamp directly onto your page, stamp on a piece of spare this at the top and cut it out. That will work. So, oh, Yes, not perfect, I must admit, but it's there. So thoughts. And then I'm going to decide. I might even make another one, but I think that I'm happy with that. So maybe like that. Yeah. So I can glue that on. I'm not going to bore you by gluing it on. You can catch up later, Lynn. So that is my idea for a bit of a stress busting page. It's taken about 45 minutes, so I'm quite happy with that. At least I haven't bored you all to death. Hopefully you're still all watching. I think there's 49 people watching. Wow. Please share this once I've put it up. Let everybody know. I'll do another one next Friday. Same sort of time, only I'll get the camera right. And thank you so much for watching. Let me show you what I'm going to be doing next week and our kit for today. Oh, no, this is the kit. This is the kit that you'll get. And I'll run and get the kit. And the kit for today is out on the thing. This is the kit you'll get if you win. Okay, so you've got all sorts of bits and pieces, including the journal that I'm working in, and bits of ribbon, wooden pieces, just things I threw in. The kit today will have extra in. It is a 6x6 canvas board with 2 stamps. One of them is Tracy Scott's mini backgrounds. The other one is from Tip Belser's Beach Huts. And you get a pot of paint from as well. So it's and 2 paintbrushes. Plus, I will probably give you something else as well. We're kind of throwing in random things just to make it nice for you. And just it's nice to open a package. I love getting things. I only get things that my husband buys from Amazon. Anyway, whatever. He'll probably kill me for that. Thank you, Angie. So. Finally, let me just show you my altar books, because that is what I'm going to do from now on. That is my forte. You can't see it. Let me just raise this up a little bit. That's better. Okay, I'll get an idea of it anyway. This is what I do once a month. So I have loads of things I can show you, different techniques. This is using paper artsy stamps, so it's a tag page. I still can't see it properly. That's it. Is that it? Yeah. And there is also Alexander Renke book page. There is this page. I don't know if you can see it, but I think we might do this one, but more likely to do the Alexander Renke. So if you want to join in with me, find your altar books, your journals. I will tell you what you need and previous to the workshop, and I will do this. It will probably take about an hour and a half. Thank you. So please come back and join me. Go on and have a look at our website, www.theartisticstamper.com. And hopefully I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me. I've really enjoyed doing this, even though I haven't got anybody around me. It's very strange. So I am absolutely thrilled that you've enjoyed it, and that you hopefully you'll come back again. I will see you soon. Take care now. Bye.